Let's talk about the easiest digital side hustle you can kick off using AI with $0 in your pocket. Now, this whole setup, it's flexible, you can scale it big, and it's currently pulling in about $1,000 a week for me. If you've been hunting for a side hustle that's genuinely beginner friendly, costs nothing to start, and taps into the power of AI, then stick with me. The side hustle I'm talking about that you can start for absolutely nothing is digital products. Basically, a digital product is just something you can sell online digitally. Sounds kind of silly, but that's what it is. And the cool part about digital products, there's no inventory headaches, no shipping costs, none of that nonsense. It's super scalable because you create your digital product once and you can sell it an unlimited number of times. Think ebooks, courses, memberships, templates, scripts. The sky's the limit. In fact, I've got a totally free download with all of my 98 plus different types of digital products you can snag right now. The link's going to be down in the description. And this is why digital products are so powerful. You can start them with $0. They're beginner friendly. You can use AI to speed things up and get more sales. And you don't need all that inventory or shipping hassle. And again, you can sell it over and over again, and that's what makes it super, super scalable. Now let's talk about nailing down your digital product idea, because this is where a lot of folks get stuck. And you don't have to. Here's what I want you to do. First, I want you to grab a pen and paper, and then I want you to make a list of all your hobbies, stuff you're really knowledgeable about, things people always ask you questions about, things you genuinely enjoy learning about. For example, you might be into horseback riding, pottery, painting. There's a ton of stuff you might dig doing. And yeah, obviously, you're going to love blabbing about business and digital products. That's going to be pretty obvious. One thing that I want you to keep in mind is that I want you to kind of set your mindset right before you start this list. I want you to remember that you absolutely have enough knowledge in your head already. Everybody does. And no, you do not need to be some giant expert. You don't got to be the Albert Einstein of pottery or whatever. You just need to know a little bit more than the person you're going to teach. For example, let's say you're going to create a course or a membership or something around pottery. And let's say you're just, mediocre at it. Like you might know how to maybe throw a little basic mug on the wheel or something like that. And that might be it. Well, guess what? Now you can make an ebook or a course or a membership about how to throw mugs on the wheel. You don't need to know every single thing about pottery. You don't have to know how to make giant one-story tall vases or plates or anything like that. You can just take the knowledge you already have and share that with others. Because there's always going to be people who know less than you who are looking to learn what you know. Before all this digital product stuff, I was at rock bottom. Lost my job, lost the house, ended up homeless with my family. I was desperate for a way out. I tried a bunch of things online, drop shipping, Amazon, Forex, and I failed at them all. I wasn't an expert in anything, but what I did know was how to figure things out, how to hustle, and how to get results for myself. My biggest breakthroughs came from just sharing the stuff I was learning as I went. I wasn't a guru, just someone who found a way and then showed others how I did it. That's the power of your own experience. My best-selling digital product, the one that pulled in over $94,000 in 30 days on TikTok, wasn't some grand, all-crazy guide to online business. It was just an ebook that just taught one specific thing that worked for me. So not only do you not need to be the absolute best expert ever, but you also don't need to teach everything. You can just focus in on teaching one specific topic, one specific technique to put into your digital product. I think a lot of times people really overthink this part, thinking they got to be like college professor level and know everything possible about a topic before they teach. But here's another mindset thing. When I was in school, I had a business professor teaching business who had never owned a business before. Now, I'm not saying you should do that. I think digital product educators should have experience. They don't need to be an expert, but they should have experience. But who would you rather learn from? The college professor teaching how to start a business who's never had a business before, or Sally or Jane who has had a business and isn't a millionaire or anything, but she knows how to start a business because she's actually done it before. Experience is way more important than credentials and being like the end-all be-all expert. Now, obviously, credentials are great too. I never knock those down, but you don't need a degree or a certificate or anything like that to teach on your topic. So, to take action, what I want you to do is first make that list. Start listing out things you love to learn about, things you love to talk about, things you like to help other people with, things you've overcome in your life, pain points or obstacles. Maybe you didn't know how to meal prep and now you do. Or maybe you used to be a couch potato and now you do a daily hot girl walk. And maybe you want to teach other girls how to do their hot girl walk and create a whole community and membership around it. Like, it doesn't need to be some super complicated thing. It really can be that easy. Okay, so once you have an idea of the niche you want to get into, now it's time to grow a following. I know a lot of people teaching digital products online talk about things like Etsy and Amazon and Gumroad and Stan Store and these different platforms, but I talk about this in almost every single video. You do not need to sell on these platforms. In fact, I have never sold on those platforms, and I don't recommend them for a number of reasons. One, you're just throwing yourself into a sea of competition, and there's no way for you to really stand out. Two, there are listing fees, which brings me to number 3. Like with Etsy, you have to keep listing things to keep getting it in front of people. And 4, then you're going to have to pay for paid ads because there are so many other people competing on the same platform. So my answer to all of this and what I've been doing since 2019, which is when I first started selling digital products, is to grow your own following. Yes, it's going to be hard, and yes, it's going to be work, but it's not going to be as hard and scary as you think it is, I promise. No one's born with a following. Maybe if you're a Kardashian, I suppose, but all you have to do is decide that you want to grow a following. And you don't have to be an influencer. I'm not someone who goes online and makes reels and Instagram stories, and I don't document my whole day. Like literally, just once a month, I sit down for 1 or 2 days and I record YouTube videos to batch out for the next month. That's it. So what you want to do is start your channel around your niche. Start putting out videos every single week. Don't think that your videos have to have my video quality or my audio quality or my lighting or whatever from day one. In fact, my lighting is not even that good. I got to work on that next. But what you want to do is just start out with where you are. If you just have a cell phone, start with that. If you have a little point and shoot camera, start with that. Start with where you are and then try to make an effort to improve with every single video. Like maybe one video you decide to really focus on your pacing of how you're talking. Because I know for me, when videos are really slow, it bothers me and I want to turn up the speed, So kind of think about that. Maybe next time you want to start really watching all your competitors' videos and seeing what they're doing. Maybe you want to, in one video, work on your background. Then the next video, your lighting. I mean, there's so many things to improve over time. And if you feel like it's attainable, go back and look at your oldest videos here on YouTube, and I promise you, you will be feeling pretty great about starting your own YouTube channel because my first videos sucked a lot. And honestly, your first videos probably are going to suck too. But here's the thing. If you don't start and you don't suck in the beginning, then you will never get to being good, right? And I think that's what holds a lot of people back is they're afraid of not being perfect from day one. And you're not going to be. You're only going to get better with time. I'm like 2 years into this, and my videos still have a lot of improvement and work to be done, but I'm not letting that hold me back. Because if you try to be perfect from day one, you'll just never create anything and you'll never get anywhere. And I promise you, there are people out there right now that need the knowledge that you already have. So now let's talk about consistent passive income and how to actually automate your sales with email marketing. Now, it is one thing to grow your following on YouTube or whatever platform you want to grow on. I mean, I recommend YouTube, but it's quite another thing to grow an email list. And an email list is actually 40 times more effective at making sales than social media alone. It's where pretty much all of my sales come from. So What I do is post YouTube videos every single week. And in the video, I mentioned freebies, just like I did at the beginning of this video. I mentioned my free download for those 98 different types of digital products, which is in the description links below. And it's totally free. And what happens is people put in their name and they put in their email, and that is how we send them the free digital product. And then that's also how they get on my email list. So now I'm able to send them further stories, further get to know them and what their pain points are, and help them further through my email list. And this is how I make my digital product sales. And this is what I recommend for you as well. So what I do is I actually have a 5-day automated email sequence. Now, an automated email sequence is a lot easier than it sounds. It's simply just however many emails you want to write, and you just automate them. So instead of saying, I'm going to send this, September 1st at 1 p.m., instead of doing that, you say, when someone joins my list, send them this email on day 1 or day 5 or day 300. And that's how you automate your email list. So when someone downloads one of my freebies, the thing they're going to get is my 5-day email welcome sequence. They're going to get 1 email per day for 5 days, welcoming them into my world, letting them know about me and how I can help them further. And then the last 2 emails have calls to actions about my digital products. So that's exactly what I would recommend for you as well. Have an automated email sequence and then have calls to action, which just basically means like, hey, check out my checkout page, or hey, check out my sales page here, or whatever that is where they can go to your digital product and check it out. For example, I have this student, Jesse, and he plays the piano, and he teaches other pianists more advanced techniques. And so what he does is he puts out videos every single week on YouTube, and then he has a freebie, and he grows his email list. And then he has a 5-day welcome series, and in the last 1 or 2 emails, he links people to his checkout page where they can get his digital product to learn more about different piano skills. And this applies for any niche. I have literally been doing this same business model since 2019. This is the key to having a lot of freedom and laying a business foundation for actual consistent passive income. Because once you have your digital product selling and the automations are set up, it is just a matter of you putting out content every single week. And again, I just spend 1 to 2 days per month batching my content. So you can see how my calendar could be pretty free because I'm only spending 1 to 2 days filming content. Everything's automated. I'm literally making sales while I'm filming this video. So I'm telling you, this is it. I've done a lot of different businesses and different models over the years, and this is the best, most freeing business model. So now let's talk about how you scale digital products for passive income. Like, really, how do you do this? Honestly, scaling sounds so corporate and kind of scary and weird, but with this business model being so simple, it's really quite easy. So what I do is I have my welcome email sequence that we just talked about, but that I actually have now like 9 months worth of automated email sequences. Now, you're not going to start there. You're going to start with just a few days and then add more on, add more on, and add more on. That's what I've done. And so now all I really do is create content to drive traffic to my email list. And as I get people on my email list, then they are getting more helpful content and also getting invited to purchase my digital products. So that's really how I make sales. And so if I want more sales, what do you think I need to do? Well, if I want more sales, I need more traffic. You can even add more digital products down the line or do partnerships or add an affiliate program. There are so many ways to do it, but you don't need to do all of those, of course. Basically, what I have done is just focus on YouTube and continuing to grow my YouTube, which grows my sales. But then over time, we were like, okay, now I'm going to affiliate with some of the products I love. So I added thousands of dollars in revenue per month. Then I was like, okay, I'm going to do some brand deals. Then I added more money. Then I was like, okay, let's do our own affiliate program. So we're actually launching our own affiliate program in 2025, which basically means our students can share a link to our program with their friends and family. And if those people join, they get a little kickback. That's my thank you for referring people to the program. So that's another lead source as well. But as you can see, to scale this business model, all you really need to do is just scale your traffic. So it's very simple, it's very focused, and it does allow for a lot of free time once everything is set up. And yes, You absolutely can start your side hustle for free. So like I mentioned, I use System.io. This is the software I use to run my entire business. This is what I use for the freebie, the automated email marketing, course hosting, sales pages, checkout pages, literally everything. And they have a totally free account. Matter of fact, I have a link for it in the description below this video. It's not a free trial, it's a free account. So you can actually create a funnel and a checkout page and start growing your email list and start this business totally for free. You can create your digital product using ChatGPT and Canva, which again are both free. You can grow your own following to sell too, which is also free. I mean, this is just one of the best business models and the easiest to start. You could be a beginner, and as long as you have a cell phone, you don't need any money to start. And with tools like ChatGPT, you can really speed up the creation and sales process so you can start making sales ASAP. So let's have your first action step be to leave a comment below. Let me know what was your top takeaway from this video. What was the most eye-opening, the most helpful for you in this video? I mean, let me know in the comments below. Also, I want to invite you to my full masterclass on how you can find your digital product, create your digital product, and sell your digital product consistently for passive income. And it's going to be in the link in the description below this video. It's totally free, and it's on demand so you can watch it at any time. And by the way, now that you know what I find to be the easiest digital side hustle, you might be wondering how to create your very own digital ebook in 24 hours or less. But how do you do that? Well, it all starts with watching this video popping up on your screen right now. Because when you pair what you just learned in this video with what you're going to learn in the next, it's going to make you way more powerful. Stay blessed.